Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the starter board. So first off, very first thing that we always want to do is we want to check what the battery voltage is. So checking the battery voltage, we have 12.4 volts. So if I've got a problem with the starting system, again, some simple checks are checking voltage. So we always want current flowing, but a simple check to go from here to here when I have no resistance. Okay. So what does that tell me? Well, it tells me that I have power flowing through there. Now, if I check here to here now, it shows that there's not a problem. I check here to here, I don't have an issue. I check here to here, and I've got 12 volts. What that tells me is I'm not getting power to here. So this power wire here comes from my ignition switch. So if I was to turn my ignition switch on, and again, checking here to here, I got power, checking here to here. Now I have power here. Now this is the ground side, so we should always see a voltage on the ground side because the voltage that goes through here is all used up. So the potential difference between my positive battery post and my ground will always be 12 volts. When I go to this side here, I show no potential difference between these 2 points, so I know power is getting through here. And it goes from here to my S terminal. When I go to my S terminal, now I have 12 volts there. What I should have there is 0 because the potential difference of power flowing through there should be 0 or fairly close to 0. And what I'm showing is I'm showing 12.17 volts, means that either I have an open or very, very high resistance in there. Now, I'm going to turn my motor off. Now, what do I have now? I have very little resistance, which means I got power there. When I go to this side here, I've got 12 volts there. So now I know that that's working properly. If I go down here, what it shows me is I have very little resistance there, which is good. What happens here? Okay, I got very little resistance there, but when I go to my ground terminal, I got very little resistance there also. So that tells me power is going all the way through my motor. So where I have my problem is if I go from here to here. My potential difference is 12 volts. So it means I have a bad ground. So when we're doing voltage drop, it's really important to understand what are we looking for. Well, we're looking for unwanted resistance within a circuit. So let's just let's take and move this up, and so here my starter motor is turning over really slowly. So if I check my voltage between these 2 points, you can see that I'm getting 9.48 volts. So I've got a huge voltage drop between here and here, which means I have a high resistance. My starter motor is turning over really slowly. So this is what we're looking for, is any difference off of 0. Now again, we'll allow a little bit, but we don't want a lot of voltage showing up when we're doing a voltage drop. So again, it's really important. What are we looking for? Well, we know the difference between two positive and negative in a battery. The potential difference is 12 point something volts. But when we're going from a positive to a positive, we want close to 0. I hope this helps.